It's Monday, May 24th, and this is the American River. We're here with Whitewater Connection on the North Fork of the American. We're going to do a whitewater raft trip. Before we get underway, our raft guides will tune us in to the do's and don'ts of rafting and how to use our equipment.
Welcome to the North Fork of the American River. My name's Peter, your guide from Whitewater Connection today. What I'd just like to do now is take the next 20 minutes to tell you a little bit about your immediate future. This is the most important part of the day, the safety briefing. First of all, I'd just like to cover the equipment. We're running the 40-foot self-bailing raft today, so it's the latest thing in rafts. None of us will have to empty water out of the boat today. It's going to stay nice and light and maneuverable, so state-of-the-art rafting for us. These things here you'll all be given. This is a weapon when used incorrectly like this. This end here is dangerous. I'm going to ask you to keep your hand on top of the paddle today. Your other hand just a little bit wider than your shoulder so it's comfortable when you pick it up and down. When you're paddling, you must put the whole of the blade in the water. Just putting 2 inches in, it's piddling, not paddling. You're not allowed to paddle today, especially wearing one of our rental wetsuits. You have to paddle. Basic stroke is forward paddle. The other stroke you use is back paddle. I think you've had enough and not before. I'll say stop and be able to take a break and relax.
While Peter and crew are finishing up the safety briefing, I'll take this time to introduce myself. I'm RP. I'll be following the trip today in my kayak and catching some of the best action on video. In just a few moments we'll be done with the briefing and we'll be ready to head downstream into the whitewater. Slaughter Sluice. This is our first rapid of the day. The first test of the paddlers and guides' ability to work together and get that raft down through the rapids. We're just above the first big rapid of the day, Chamberlain Falls, so things happen rather quickly from the put-in point, which was only about a quarter mile back upstream. First boat into the drop today will be Dave running the safety kayak. And he heading out behind one of the hazards of this rapid. This rock right here is positioned directly below the main flow. So the rafts will be trying to go to the left of that rock where the clean line is. First raft through is Peter and Company. The North Fork of the American is a very technical river. As you can see, there are rocks everywhere. The next raft is captained by Heather. Lots more whitewater coming up. Let's head downstream. This is our first major rapid, Chamberlain Falls. Heather and crew poised on the brink. And they make it look easy. Peter and crew have already run on through. They weren't able to stop above and blasted straight through. Let's see what's around the bend. Downstream a mile or so, one of the next major rapids. Got a huge hole at the bottom. Dave in the kayak going around it neatly. There's our hole. And here comes the first raft in there. Peter and crew. And they skirt off the corner of it. Crew lining up now. Big diagonal catches you right there. Makes it really hard to hit the hole in the middle. to miss it, it takes you neatly around it. They're headed downstream towards Bogus Thunder. This is Bogus Thunder. A big drop with a lot of hidden rocks. Right in the middle of the bottom drop here, where Dave just came through. Oh, he's upside down. Now he's right side up. This has a lot of rocks in here, and it really forces the current into some powerful currents. This could give the rafts some problems if they're not lined up just right. The rafts have pulled over, and the crews are out on the rocks taking a look at it. Make sure they know where they're going before they head down into it. And stationed down here below the rapid, we've got Dave and Peter, who are ready to set safety should anybody fall out. First raft to come through, Heather and crew. Run. Peter and crew lining up. Doing a little spin in between the two drops. They bounced around in the boat a little bit, but I believe everybody's in. Oh, no, they're not. There's one right here. Plenty of safety though. I guess he just needed to go for a dip. We got some good rapids coming up downstream. Let's go check them out. Rapid on the run today. Got a couple of rafts coming down. They're not with Whitewater Connection. We'll see how they do. Looks like they got a swimmer in that raft. Popped right out on the upstream side of the hole. I think they got him back in the boat already though. This hole is the crux move. Very powerful little vortex down in there. Next raft on the approach. Rapid in California. And Dave doing the boof move on the right, on the left side actually, making it look sweet. After having climbed down on the rocks to take a look at it, the rafts are ready to run down through. Heather and company in the first boat. Right through the thick of things. They pop out cleanly. And a nice job on the second drop. As before, we've got safety set up down below for Peter and his crew, and they're entering now. Heading down the tongue for the hole. Perfect shot. Right through there. That's the biggest ones that we'll run through today. Clean runs pretty much all day. Good job. We've got a few more rapids before we stop. This little rapid is known as Yankee Jim's, and we are just about to pull over and have some lunch. North Fork of the American River is one of California's whitewater jewels. No dams upstream of this point mean beautiful canyon scenery and very exciting rapids. Also has a lot of mining history, and there are still quite a few people mining for gold in the North Fork Canyon today. Let's go see how our paddlers fared today on their trip through the North Fork. So you guys were in Heather's boat today, right?
That's right.
And how are your runs? Do you have any big excitement up there?
We made it through them all pretty sweet. Nice flowers.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that sounds good. Well, let's see. You guys were in Peter's boat. And did you guys have any excitement?
We learned to surf.
You learned to surf. And we're... And how was your version of surfing?
Wipeout.
Wipeout. Oh, I've heard that song, yeah.
We went gold drinking too.
So, Peter, I heard a rumor.
For a little technical analysis.
You were like peeling out into the current by a rock there, and then what?
From what I understand, that one of the other company's boats flipped upstream from us, and suddenly we saw all these $50 bills floating around in the water, so we all jumped in to grab one each. It's amazing.
This trip will make you rich. Take this trip over some other trip.
Much more cost-effective than gold.
All right, so I guess the scoop is out. There's no secret anymore. You guys flipped over upside down. And what was the class of rapid? What do you think the class of rapid it was?
A five.
It must be a six.
Maybe it's a 7.5.
Oh, okay. Well, your classification scale is a little different from mine. But all right, so you flipped over upside down. How was it? In the back there. How was it for you?
Oh, it was the thrill of a lifetime. I've never done anything so cold and chilling before.
Cold and chilling. It sounds like a Stephen King novel.
That's not a bit of the same river we were on.
So any tales of terror that you want to relate?
Nah. Everybody should laugh.
It really is dark inside those boats.
All I can say is hi, Mom.
Did you catch the color of the speed there?
It's neat. Oh, are they blue? They do have a little blue tinge to them.
That's right.
Very nice feet.
Oh, hi, Peter. Oh.
So you guys look like you're dressed up, ready to head downstream.
We're ready to head downstream.
All right.
Yeah, in our glamorous outfits.
Yes.
Those of you who are new to this sport, you really look goofy when you go out. I'm going to tell you, if